All right, here we go. I'm the sales guy for Nectafy. I'm the guy that's supposed to be not wasting high-value inbound leads. However, I know I've been wasting inbound leads. I have lots of probably thinly veiled excuses. They're not great leads. What's the harm? It's working well enough. Marketing just sends us junk leads. I don't have the time. If those are good leads, they'll contact us. We don't have a simple, clear, repeatable process. We only want to work with people who really want to work with us. And I use that a lot, and I probably overuse that. I realize that my meeting to close rate is like, what, 3%? I would probably get fired if I were a salesperson at somebody else's company at 3% close rate. Hey, I'm Lance. I am the founder of Nectafy, but most importantly, for the context of this video, I am responsible for sales at Nectafy. And this isn't going to be an easy conversation for me, just heads up.
I'm Henry. I'm the integrator at Nectafy. But in regards to this experiment, I'm in charge of marketing and therefore bringing in leads for Lance, the sales guy. We work with a lot of clients, and we were looking at clients that have good leads come through as a result of good content that attracts those people to the site. And then, we'll occasionally be like, where did you guys take it from here? And no follow-up would happen. But we do it too.
When we first started with HubSpot, however many years ago now, maybe 6, 7 years ago, I don't know when it was, I remember the huge adrenaline rush of a lead downloading something off of our website that had formerly been completely invisible. I'd be so antsy, and I'd craft a little email and I'd send it off to them, and I'd track it, and I'd try to send another email maybe a few days later. In other words, I had built, even though it was very much an ad hoc, sloppy process, I had some sort of a process around every time a lead came in, I did something with it. Fast forward several years, we began to generate more and more and more leads. We had levels of success at onboarding those leads, and we began to say, well, if those are good leads, they'll contact us and set up a meeting. And it was my job to take them from the sales meeting to becoming a customer. So in essence, what we were doing is only paying attention to the people who were so sure they wanted to do business with us that they were willing to take that step to either book a meeting with me or fill out a contact form.
So we looked at the previous 100 leads that were pretty much all from May 2020, so before this experiment starts. One customer closed for a recurring revenue of $3,200 a month. So from 100 leads in May, we turned it into $3,200 recurring monthly revenue. What if we look at all 100, contact all of the ones that are qualified? Where do our numbers go from there? So that's what we want to track going forward. Whatever you measure will get done, right? So we measure contacts, and essentially after that, we measure new clients, and we don't measure any of the activity in between. So if we don't measure it, it's not necessarily important to do. Now, for this experiment, we're saying it is important to do all the steps between contact lead all the way down to client, right? And so if we measure it and report on it, it will get done more, and that would be across the board.
And to clarify, so the goal here is, instead of us starting at the beginning and just saying, here's 20 things that you should be doing to stop wasting inbound leads, what we're going to do is say, all right, we're going to try to figure out some simple ways to stop wasting inbound leads ourselves, and we're going to see if that works. If it works, that becomes a tool that you put in your tool chest of how to stop wasting inbound leads, right? And then we're going to do some more experiment, and we're going to say, all right, that's the one to keep. Some more experiment. We're going to say these 3 didn't matter. And so by the end of this experiment, we should have some statistical things that say these were the ways that we stopped wasting inbound leads.
Step 1, we're going to look at each of the next 100 leads that come through, and we're going to qualify them based on, are they B2B, they have a website, and is it in English? That's it. Super simple. Step 2, create a personal video under 1 minute that gets sent to the lead. Lance is going to create that. And you have flexibility within the 1 minute about what you want to talk about. Step 3, this is after 3 days, follow-up email and a follow-up LinkedIn message. The goal of all this is to get qualified contacts into meetings with Lance.
I like it.
So we're working on the next 100 leads. We're going to come back every week and post an update. So we'll probably be through about 25 leads a week. What's the data after 1 week? And what are some takeaways on the process? Do that weekly. When the experiment is done, we'll have a bigger discussion about how it worked and a bigger look at the data.
If I can do sales, if this experiment shows that I can not waste high quality inbound leads, then literally anybody can succeed at this. All right, we know you're dying to find out over the next few weeks how we did on this experiment, so subscribe. You can do that in the article itself or at the end of this video. Put your email in, we'll make sure you get the update as we go through this experiment.